Good morning. This man in Washington state was pretending to be a police officer, and he went all out, arrived in a dark SUV with police lights, body armor, and a metallic looking badge, but something still gave him away. At first glance, it looked like a routine police response to a trespassing call in Bremerton, Washington.
I thought you were like one of our detectives at first.
I know some of the guys with the task force.
What agency did you say you were with?
Edmonds?
You're with Edmonds.
Edmonds, yes.
But investigators say none of that was true. The man in uniform, 49-year-old Michael Scaletta-Teets, isn't a detective. He's a convicted felon accused of impersonating a police officer. Police say he showed up at multiple emergency calls, dressed in a tactical vest with a badge, driving an unmarked Ford Explorer with flashing blue lights. Officers say he even called himself Mezzi Scaletta. When he couldn't provide a police commission card, required ID for officers, suspicions grew. A quick call to Edmonds Police Department confirmed it. They'd never heard of him.
Can we not do this in front of everybody? I mean, really?
Inside his truck, police say Scaletta-Teets had a litany of gear, from police patches to a firefighter's helmet.
Look, he's got a firefighter helmet, too. He's ready to do it all.
Scaletta-Teets was promptly taken into custody, appearing in court earlier last week. A judge setting his bail for $50,000. You can't say he didn't commit to the bit. The suspect has pleaded not guilty. He's now facing 2 felony charges: unlawful possession of a firearm and criminal impersonation. Robin.
Step out. Turn around, face the car.
Men are posing as ICE officers to assault and rape Latinas. Here's what we know. In Brooklyn, a man told a 51-year-old Latina woman he was an ICE agent. He led her to a stairwell, tried to rape her, beat her, and stole her phone and purse. In North Carolina, a man pretended to be an ICE agent and threatened to deport a woman if she didn't have sex with him. Please stay safe. Try to travel in groups when you can and carry legal self-defense tools like pepper spray, bear mace, or a personal alarm. But always check your state's laws to make sure what you're legally allowed to carry, since this varies by state. However, beware. Using force against a real officer, even in self-defense, can carry serious legal consequences. This is exactly why clear identification matters, and why agents who refuse to identify themselves pose serious risks. Across the country, masked men in plain clothes are pulling people into unmarked cars with no names, no badges, and no accountability. In response, California Senator Sasha Renee Perez introduced the No Vigilantes Act, requiring anyone doing enforcement to show a name, badge, or ID, or face investigation by local police. At the federal level, Representative Adriano Espaillat introduced the No Secret Police Act, which would ban face coverings for any officer interacting with the public. California has the chance to lead, but only if we show up. If you live in the state, call your representatives and demand a yes vote. If you live elsewhere, push your lawmakers to introduce similar protections. Everyone deserves to know who's enforcing the law. Make sure to follow us for more updates.
Now, you're seeing today a lot of videos of ICE officers out there with no ID, or ID that misstates who they are, the police. ICE is not the police, or refusing to identify themselves as they arrest individuals. But until you have an administration that enforces requirements that they wear uniforms and identify themselves, you will see this continue until Americans get tired of it.
In America today, criminals are posting as ICE agents, exploiting fear, confusion, and lack of identification. Real or fake, many can't tell the difference anymore after yesterday's reaction to ICE official not wearing uniform. FindTheDotz returned to uncover a growing threat that call for immediate government action.
A Temple University student was arrested and suspended for allegedly pretending to be a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent on campus. The incident happened on Saturday, February 1st, when authorities got reports that Aiden Steigelman and another unidentified suspect were wearing shirts labeled police and ICE while causing a disturbance at a business near campus. A third person was recording the whole thing. Investigators used the footage to track them down to a Jaguar SUV and arrested Steigelman shortly after. He's been charged with impersonating a public servant and placed on interim suspension by the university. Temple University put out a statement saying that any student involved in this kind of behavior could face serious consequences, including expulsion. They also made it clear that impersonating law enforcement and harassing the community won't be tolerated. The Temple University Police Department and the Philadelphia Police Department are looking into the incident.
Authorities say Belter impersonated a police officer and drove this SUV designed like a squad car. The FBI posting a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of Belter. Surveillance video shared by authorities captured the suspect wearing a cowboy hat and long coat hours after the shooting. Two people familiar with the investigation tell NBC News the shooter left behind a list, quote, several dozen names long that, quote, includes politicians and non-politicians. President Trump condemning the, quote, targeted attack in a post, writing, quote, such horrific violence will not be tolerated.
Where you from? Mexico? You from Mexico? You're going back.
A South Carolina man has been charged with kidnapping and impersonating a police officer after officials say he detained a group of Latino men in Charleston County, South Carolina. 33-year-old Sean Michael Johnson is accused of willfully and unlawfully presenting himself as an ICE agent and detaining a vehicle of individuals from moving, according to court records.
Parky. No, you cannot drive, bro. You have not a license. You have no license. We're going back.
In addition to taking their keys, Johnson also blocked the men's car with his van so they could not drive away, according to court documents.
You know, if you don't have a license, you cannot drive a car in the United States. No, it's over. It's over. Hey, don't be speaking that pig Latin in my country, bro. Be speaking that pig Latin here.
Johnson was charged with 3 counts of kidnapping and 1 count each of impersonating a law enforcement officer, petty larceny, assault, and battery, according to jail records. The men in the vehicle are not facing charges, according to local police.
Have fun.
Johnson posted a bond of over $230,000 and was released from jail, according to online court records. In a court appearance, his family pleaded with the judge, saying that their son has mental health issues and has tried to get help in the past, but he needs to continue with that therapy, according to CNN affiliate WCIV. CNN has been unable to locate an attorney for Johnson.
But my theory is that this whole pretend to be a cop thing down in Salvation Army is a opportunity for you to seize drugs from a local transient people. I think that's how you're obtaining illegal drugs. You were asking that guy last night over on the street if he had any drugs. So you were shaking him down with your flashlight and asking about illegal drug use over on the street, not even in the Salvation Army property.
That is a complete lie, but no. There's cameras on the property, bro. Like, everywhere I go, when I do my rounds.
You didn't turn on your body camera at all last night?
It's not, the only time I turn on the body camera, there's an incident where it needs to be documented.
Ultimately, Michael was charged with felony, unlawful possession of a firearm, criminal impersonation, and he was subsequently given a cash bond set at $50,000.
When law enforcement forgets the importance of visibility, criminals step in to fill the void. Across United States, individuals pretend to be ICE agents are targeting innocent people, breaking into homes, extorting family, and spreading fear. Why? Because the real ICE agents often operate without uniform or visible identification, giving poster the perfect disguise. Today, we rehearsed to footage of ICE agents operating without uniform or displaying of ID. And that reaction was loud, powerful, and necessary. Citizens are asking, how can we trust who is real when the real ones look like fake? This is not just an ICE issue, it is a national security risk. The government must act now. Every ICE official should be required to wear a clear and masked uniform, display an official ID. If possible, carry a body camera during all operations. This step protects both officials and the public, preventing criminals from posing as law enforcement. This message to Washington is clear. Visibility saves lives. When authority hide behind plain clothes, justice disappear into the shadow. We cannot allow that to continue. To the victim of fake ICE rage, to the family who suffer from deception, your voice matters. And to the agents who do their work with honor and integrity, there is the time to demand accountability from within. So, what do you think? Should it be mandatory for every ICE operation to be fully uniform, identify, and body camera monitor? Or are we witnessing a loophole that criminals will continue to exalt? Let's talk about it below. Drop your thoughts in the comment. Your opinion shaped tomorrow's story. Big thanks to the stitches of this video that helped to bring this documentary together. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share this video, and turn up your notification, because the truth does not hide, neither should those who enforce it.